Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we are here to talk about and review episode 7 of Chucky.
Yeah.
What was this episode titled?
It was called Twice the Grieving, Double the Loss.
Double the Loss.
Kind
fitting
of a long
title.
title, but
Definitely a long title. Probably the longest title of the season so far.
Yeah,
I would say.
so.
But this is the penultimate episode, I think is what they call it. The episode before the finale. So we only got one episode left of Chucky. Yep. And we're about to dive into our thoughts on this episode. But before we do that, guys, we want to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of the Married with Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
Please
we do all kinds of content on this channel, movie reviews, TV reviews, trailer reactions, live streams, all kinds of stuff.
A little bit of everything.
So definitely hit the subscribe button. Also like the video, and also comment down below if you watch this episode, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah.
What's your predictions for the finale? Leave all that in the comments section below. So, yeah, what's your initial thoughts for this one?
So, you can definitely tell that they are building up to the finale.
Yes.
I definitely think,
especially with that ends. It's got me hyped.
Yeah, I definitely think that the finale is going to go out with a bang.
Yep.
And you know, I wouldn't say that this was one of my favorite episodes.
It was a little slow to start. It felt like a little bit of a filler episode till we got to maybe that last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like quite a bit happened, but it just, I don't know, it just wasn't one of my favorites. And I guess the, I don't know, it was definitely more of like a downer episode.
Yeah. And I think it's because last episode had so much happen with, the two character deaths. So in this one, we got to pick up the pieces and show our characters all sad and mopey, and we got funerals and all that stuff. But
yeah, so it was a little, down in the dumps or whatever. But we got, some more flashbacks of Charles Lee Ray and Tiffany, yep. Just the same old stuff, though. I feel like, just them murdering. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I feel like with a flashback that they showed, it was kind of starting to show the unraveling of their relationship.
Yeah. Because at some point they did break up.
Right.
Yeah, he was her ex-boyfriend before he got transported into the doll.
Yeah. So Tiffany, she comes home and she's going to make him dinner, and she hears him in the other room, and he's brought home another woman, and he's killed her.
Another woman to murder. You murdered without me?
Right, yeah. kind of corny. Yeah. But yeah, so they, had a little fight, and he left and whatever. So yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you've gotten used to it. I think you commented on it, but I still can't get used to Jennifer Tilly's voice coming out of that character.
Actress,
it's very strange.
Yeah, it is.
Same with Brad Dourif coming out of his. Because I'm pretty sure, even though that is his daughter, playing him,
right?
Pretty sure it's still Brad Dourif's voice coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I could be wrong. Maybe she is acting like him. Maybe she does a really good impersonation. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I guess I don't know how they're gonna end the flashbacks in the finale.
Yeah.
But and make it kind of come full circle to now and all that. But
I do like the way, and I don't know if I've noticed this before, the way they do the flashbacks. They may have always done it this way, but when they cut back, it's almost like that's old VHS footage or something.
Yeah.
And they'd show the date and everything like that.
Right.
Have they been doing that all along?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe this is just the first episode I noticed it doing that.
No. Yeah, they've been doing that. Okay. So yeah, and then, like you said, we had, funerals or whatever, because Devin and Junior, lost their parents.
Now, we weren't at Devin's mom's funeral, right? We were at Junior's.
Right, it was her wake.
Yeah, they didn't really focus on Devin's mom's funeral.
No,
I kind of
wonder
why.
Yeah. So we kind of see in this episode kind of like the breaking up of the three of them that kind of just got together, really.
Yeah.
As far as Jake, Lexi, and
They
Devin
all
go.
come to the realization that Chucky's trying to take their parents out,
Right.
which he has pretty much, except for Lexi's parents. They're the
Right,
only
yeah.
ones that still haven't been touched.
But touching base on that, in this episode, we kind of, we've been seeing that Lexi's mom is not a great person, and she's also the mayor. And so I think in the finale, they're going to have this big town event. They're doing like they're going to show Frankenstein. And so I'm anticipating something's going to happen there.
Oh yeah, especially with the ending. I won't like spoil it specifically, but I get some like Gremlins vibes with the next episode with like all the Gremlins running through the streets, terrorizing the town. Also with the movie theater setting too.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that Lexi's mom is safe.
No, for sure. And not her dad either. But there was a turn, and I guess we can kind of say that kind of spoilers, so we'll talk about. But one of the children turned to the dark side. We had Junior kill his father, Devin Sawa. Yeah, so he was taken out this episode.
Right.
Or Devin Sawa's other character, because he had two. But
yeah.
So now Devin Sawa is officially out of the show, I guess. He has no other twins or triplets to come in and take his spot.
Right, yeah. So that's kind of a bummer, but, it's always nice to see him because of, stuff in the past. But
Chucky's been trying to get the kids to kill the whole season. He finally got Jake to turn, because you have Jennifer Tilly show up at the funeral and kiss him, which I still don't know.
Not Jake, Junior.
Junior, but I still don't know why Jennifer Tilly showed up, like what connection she has, like was she having an affair with his father? It wasn't really made clear.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Jennifer Tilly, she shows up at Junior's mom's wake, and she totally made it look like
they had been having an affair.
Junior's dad and her. And he was kind of she went up and kissed him on the lips and in front of everyone and was like, "I'm sorry for your loss." And he was just kind of dumbfounded and didn't really do anything, because he's all, depressed, and he's starting to drink and stuff. So anyway, Junior saw that.
Yeah, and that was the catalyst for him turning on his dad.
Yeah, and then when his dad wasn't at home, Jennifer came by again and just talked to Junior and basically put it in his mind that him and her were having an affair, and they absolutely were not.
No, and I think this makes it clear that Jennifer Tilly does have a connection with the doll. They have to be working together behind the scenes.
Yeah, they have an agenda for sure.
Yeah.
And like you said,
either that or I don't know how the splitting of souls works, but is it possible she talks to Fiona Dorff as Chucky and the doll reads it too? She can talk to him through Nika's character. I don't know. I don't know how the splitting works, if it's the same mind or if it's split up into different I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I don't.
It's an out there concept.
Yeah, I don't feel like they have the same mind or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's why I like Nika's character would keep losing consciousness and be like, "Oh, it's me again." So
yeah, she's just working with the doll. But anyway, Jake, thinks his dad was cheating on his mom, and then he gets all pissed off, and then they get into an altercation, and he beats his dad to death with Chucky.
Yep.
So yeah, he was taken out.
So yeah, I mean, and watching it, I'm kind of okay. It kind of makes sense, because we've been thinking who's gonna be the kid that goes bad? Is it gonna be Jake? Is it gonna be Lexi? Is it gonna be Junior? And it makes sense that it was Junior, because he had all this pressure to be this athlete, and his mom killed herself in front of him, and so anyway, he just finally snapped, and
he was, in my opinion, the most unlikable of the kids.
Yeah,
even though Lexi started off very unlikable, but she's kind of made a turn. But I'd say of all the characters, he was probably my least favorite.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in the beginning, Lexi was the most unlikable.
Yeah.
But yeah, his character has just
Because
been
in the
kind of
beginning, all the way
bland.
back, probably like episode 1 or 2, I was predicting that he was going to get Lexi to turn
Right.
to his side, but it ended
So
up
I
being
mean,
Junior.
it was kind of a little bit like it makes sense, but I was still a little shocked because I mean he like brutally beat the shit out of him, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
definitely showed no remorse. And even after he did it, it was like he wasn't like shocked or like, oh my god, what did I do? Like he was totally fine with what he
did
did.
not care one
Right.
bit.
So, and I mean, I don't know if you want to, if we're gonna talk about the end.
Yeah, well, let's say we're in full-on spoiler territory
Okay.
right now, which, you shouldn't even watch these reviews if you haven't watched the episode. But yeah, full-on spoilers. We get the scene of Devin, who went to go investigate Charles Lee Ray's home.
Yeah,
childhood
so
home.
I was talking earlier about how the gang was kind of splitting up because they
Yeah.
were feeling defeated and all of this stuff. Well, Devin, he's like packing up his stuff because he has to go live with his aunt, and he sees his box of like investigation stuff with the Chucky stuff, and he kind of gets, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Like motivated again to be like, you know what?
To
Yeah,
catch
he's
the
like,
killer.
I can't give up. Like, what am I doing? And so he sees a picture of the house, Charlie Ray's house, and so he decides to go
back on
go
the
to the
case.
house alone. And so what meets him there is
Nika tied up.
Nika tied up, but it's not Nika.
Yeah, he rescues her, he unties her, and it turns out to be Chucky. And then
was Chucky.
she ties him up, and then you get the scene with him
He's
sitting
like
there.
he's knocked out, and then he comes to.
And there's probably 100
There's
good
like
guy dolls in that room,
a
at
shit
least.
ton, yeah, hundreds.
And that's what I was talking about, like the
Chuckies.
Gremlin scene. I can just see
Right.
them all running through the streets of Hackensack at the end.
Yeah, so basically, they've been, I think Jennifer's probably been helping with this
Yeah.
because, I remember the scene where she had a doll delivered, and I was thinking that it was the girl doll or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, and they still could surprise us and show a girl doll or something.
I think they will.
But it also could have just been them like slowly collecting all these good guy dolls.
Yeah.
And now, obviously they have the plan to have them all come to life. So
Yeah, it was a pretty cool image.
it was.
Seeing
And
them all there together.
It was pretty brief. They pretty much ended it with that scene. And
Yeah.
so that's what I was talking about with the town gathering that they're going to have next episode for the finale.
Yeah.
It's definitely probably going to be a bloodbath and
Yeah.
a crazy.
I'm very excited. I did not anticipate getting into this show that I would get as into it as I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm like super excited to see the finale to this thing.
Yeah, I think the finale will be good. I'm excited.
But one thing we didn't discuss was Andy. He ditches Kyle at the gas station.
Yeah, but I think that was for her own good.
For her own good. I don't know if it ends with him at the house or if it ends with Devin with all the dolls. But anyway,
it's kind of like, yeah.
He arrives at the house and Jake had just murdered his father, and him and Chucky are staring out the window.
Not Jake. You keep saying Jake.
Junior and Chucky are staring out the window as they see Andy pull up.
Right.
And that's one of the ending
And
shots
like,
too.
at this point, it's Chucky and Junior versus Chucky and Junior versus Andy.
Yeah, so to get to see Andy come face to face, like with not only one Chucky, but like a bunch of Chuckies is going to be real cool.
Well, it's kind of interesting too if you think about it, because Andy, he was a child when he was kind of like trying to be possessed by Chucky or influenced by Chucky.
Yeah.
Tormented by Chucky, whatever. And so now it's going to be kind of interesting to see Andy as an adult. And he's going to see this young kid that Chucky has taken advantage of yet again.
Yep.
So it's, he's going to see Chucky with Junior.
And actually turned him, because he never turned Andy. He tried, but he was never successful.
So I can definitely see maybe there being this like standoff to where Andy's like, Junior, listen, you don't want to do this. Don't listen to Chucky. That kind of thing. So
but
we'll see.
He already did it. He already
No, I know,
He's
but
there.
like he can.
Yeah.
Maybe he can stop.
Do you think Junior
from,
can be redeemed at this point?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. So what would you give this episode?
Like I said, it was a little bit slow. It was a little bit of a filler episode.
Yeah, but like
picks
the
up,
things
got me real
that-
excited for the finale. So
Right.
I'll still give this like an 8.5.
Yeah.
It was a really solid episode. Like I said, mostly filler, but it did what a good episode before the finale should do, and that's get you pumped for the finale. So it did its job.
Yeah, I would agree with the 8.5. You know, maybe a 9 just for the simple fact that it has got us excited for the finale, but probably 8.5. So yeah, I'm excited. One more episode left, and that's gonna conclude the.
It's gonna conclude the Chucky TV series.
Yeah,
and yeah, we've got reviews for all the episodes. We've done a good job with this series.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be back next week to talk about the finale. But guys, let us know in that comment section below, what did you think of this episode 7? Let us know all the thoughts, the theories, everything you got in that comment section. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.